Good morning, everyone. It's Jeff from New York, and it's very early in the morning, and right now we are leaving Las Vegas because we're heading towards the Hoover Dam as well as the Grand Canyon. The next couple of videos are going to be about those two fantastic destinations, and in order to get there, we're going to travel along historic Route 66, and that's what this particular video is all about. I wanted to relax and enjoy the trip, so instead of driving to the Grand Canyon myself, I took a tour bus, which is something I normally don't do, but it turned out to be a great idea. The name of the tour company is Sweet Tours, and they think of everything. It was pretty inexpensive, and they had entertainment, they had trivia games, they had movies, they had a boxed lunch with snacks and drinks, and the bus was very comfortable, and it turned out to be a really comfortable trip. This is Mitzi, the rubber ducky showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. So I already visited Hoover Dam and I'm on my way to the Grand Canyon, but this video is not about the destinations, it's about the trip, which is on Route 66. And our first stop after Hoover Dam, which is about 45 minutes out of Las Vegas, is this place called USA Travel Center, which is a souvenir snack/sandwich restroom stop. There was no need to buy food here because this is where we also stopped to have our boxed lunch. The day before, or maybe 2 days before, they emailed me and said, would you like ham, turkey, a vegetarian lunch? What would you like for snacks? It was really cool, and they gave us our boxed lunch here. I ordered the turkey, and it was delicious, and the snacks and drinks were good as well. So very well prepared, very well organized. So our final destination, the Grand Canyon, it takes about 5 hours from your hotel lobby to the actual Grand Canyon, and that includes a stop off at the Hoover Dam and 2 or 3 stops off as far as rest stations in between. If it's your first day in Vegas and you're there for the weekend, I don't recommend it because it's a long day. The bus picked me up about 5:30 a.m. and dropped me off about 9:30 p.m. the same day. And like I said, if it's your first time in Vegas, you want to check out the city. If you're familiar with the city, you've been there several times, or you're there for a long time and you have a day to spare, this is a great trip. And again, the tour was very well organized. You see a short line here waiting up for the boxed lunches. I just walked up to the bus and they said, Jeff, you ordered the turkey, right? I said, yeah, and they handed me my box. They knew exactly what was going on and who got what. And just some words of wisdom, if you're taking this trip, it is much, much colder than it is in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, when I left during the daytime, was about 75, 70 degrees. And the Grand Canyon was in the 30s. So keep that in mind when you're dressing for this trip. Also, if you didn't pack a jacket or anything when you went to Las Vegas, it's a good idea to stop off in one of the souvenir shops off the strip because you can pick up a cheap hoodie and that's going to get you through this trip nice and comfortably. Route 66, which is one of the most famous roads in the United States, originally ran from Chicago, Illinois through Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, which is where we are now, before ending in Santa Monica, Los Angeles County, California. It covered a total of 2,448 miles. It's also known as the Will Rogers Highway, or the Main Street of America, or Mother Road. And the highway was established on November 11th, 1926. Route 66 underwent many improvements and realignments over its lifetime, but it was officially removed from the United States highway system in 1985 after it had been replaced in its entirety by segments of the interstate highway system. As modern highways became more faster, safer, and straighter, Route 66 just began to die down because people preferred to get to where they were going to much quicker. As the traffic died down, so did the towns that built themselves up around Route 66, and the businesses that did as well slowly died down as well. This is the historic Route 66 Seligman Sundries shop, which was one of our stops on our way to the Grand Canyon. Perhaps one of the oddest and most fun souvenir shops I've ever stopped in, and if you're passing by this neck of the desert, I guess you would say, I would definitely stop in this place. There's some really cool cars parked out front as well as inside the building, including this Pontiac Fiero. Does anyone remember the Pontiac Fiero? These cars don't rust because, of course, they're sitting in the desert where there's no moisture. So maybe it wasn't pink at the time, but I can picture the classic American 1950s family driving west on Route 66 in this station wagon with mom and dad in the front and the typical boy and girl in the back seat with the dog Fido in the back of the station wagon wagging its tail as they drove towards California. Okay, before you comment below, I realize this car is not a 50s car, more of a 60s car, but you get the idea. Alrighty, partner, let's head inside. So, walking into this place, I wasn't sure if they just were trying to capture the old time Route 66 vibe as far as stores along the highway, or if they were actually just stuck in that vibe. And I believe it's a family souvenir shop, and I believe it's the latter. They're stuck in the Route 66 vibe. And what gave it away was the you break it, you pay for it signs everywhere. You just don't see that in stores anymore. If there's one thing this place has, it's character. Just check out the Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe mannequins parked right next to the Route 66 magnets and license plate holders. Did I mention motorcycles and classic cars? I really haven't seen a place like this before. Is it a museum? Is it for sale? Is it decoration? Can I get a price on something? It's really odd. All I know is they sold a lot of soda and they should have been charging for that restroom. photo opportunity. Alrighty, let's head back outside and head on the bus. Not that blue VW bus, although I kind of fancy a old VW bus. I really like them. But we're going to get on that white one, which is going to take us to the Grand Canyon. So in future videos coming up very shortly, we're going to see the Hoover Dam, the Grand Canyon, and then we're going to head back on down to the Vegas Strip and check out some more things down there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.